Hello, everybody. This is the Lighthouse Hall of Fame film from European server with Sebastian Potachka in his VK1602 Leopard. He's platooning with Friend of Fun in his AMX CLC BIS, and we're in Abbey. Not a common Hall of Fame map. Standard mode North spawn. No artillery this game. 2 lights on the enemy team, 3 on his. Good mix of other tanks. He likes to go up the middle in the beginning. Now watch, he normally doesn't go all the way up the middle. He kind of just spots down the road. Hopefully there's TD set up behind him. In this case, he's not going to do that, because I said he was going to, so he won't. Cromwell's going down the middle road. He's coming over here to the left. You have to get it aligned just right to get through there. So he snipes down River Road and then pulls back here into this little I don't know what you would even call it. It's against this little wing of the building to give himself cover while he reloads. Then he'll pull back out, find another target, do it again. Oops, Cromwell's in the way. The Nashorn is waiting for people to pull out. He's pointed this way. Now he's moving on.
Target acquired.
Target is dead. I think the voice should say something. Instead of saying like, where'd he go? Once he kill him, it should go like, good job, you blew the hell out of him. And give you a little encouragement for good effort. So now he's off to take a look to the south. Jackson is behind the hill at the moment, but he's moving around, so maybe he'll come out. Sebastian's not going to wait. He's spotted. He'll retreat. Unfortunately, the OI is capping, so he's going to have to go back and help reset. Looks like the Covenanters also recognize the fact that somebody needs to get back to defend. The Achilles does. The Heavies, of course, don't. They're sitting where they're at. Maybe, I don't know, because I hardly ever play Heavies. Maybe when you play Heavies, they don't equip it with mini-maps, so you just can't see what else is happening. Now the OI finally comes back.
Penetration. Enemy is hit. Penetration.
So the Nashorn's over on River Road somewhere. Heavy's to the north, Heavy's way to the south. The Jackson was down south. He can just sit up here and snipe all he wants.
Enemy is hit.
And there's really nobody left to come after him.
Enemy armor is damaged. Critical hit.
And the OI has bigger tanks to worry about than him. I think he was thinking the guy was going to die, so he started to move on. And they killed each other. You can see you have to get lined up just right. You can do the same thing with the 2801, but it has to be just perfectly aligned or you can't fit through it. Oh, now he gets to shoot the answer. Kill.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
3 tanks left, and I believe they are all to the south down around their cap. Unless one of them's moved off. Oh, 1 on 3, not good. You would think going up against just the light, they would move north and cap and challenge them to break them up, but I don't know how they're thinking. They know he was in the Abbey because he was sighted there repeatedly. So he's going to move over here and see if he can catch any of them moving into the Abbey. There goes the Jackson, right on schedule.
We didn't even scratch them. Enemy armor is hit. Target lost.
Ooh, and one of the heavies is on cap. So he used to fire at the Jackson again.
Target acquired. Enemy armor is damaged.
Boy, a fire would sure be nice right now, especially if he goes up against the heavies. A fire would be a beautiful thing. The Jackson wants to sit. The Jackson sits there, he's going to die. And he was smart enough to move. He's going to have to go reset, because if the other heavy sits down on cap, all of a sudden there's not going to be much time left. You can see just the corner of the Jackson could be enough to kill him.
Enemy armor is hit.
Ah, not quite.
Critical hit. Critical hit.
Now he just has to go. If the other heavy gets on cap, all of a sudden you have like 25 seconds left. You can't afford that to happen. And still be way south. He'll probably go up to the balcony up here and see if you can see him. There he is. And it's experimental. A little bit easier to hit.
Enemy is hit. That one didn't go through. Enemy armor
Now, if he wants to, he can go back and finish off the Jackson and then come back and reset again. The only thing you have to worry about now is you've been seen over here in the hills, so is the OI going to try to come in and flush you out of here? Oh, there he is, like I was saying. And he misses, oh my god.
penetration.
I don't know, he's not going to let him around behind him. Now he has to get behind him, but he has to be to the side where the damage him.
Penetration. Penetration.
Crosses over. This guy's slowing his reactions. Go behind him. Oh, he's gonna cross over again. Got him.
Armor is destroyed.
The OI could have screwed him over just by simply moving against the mountain and forcing him only go to the front, but he didn't do it. Now he has to go up here and get another reset. Uh-oh, where is he? There he is.
Penetration. We didn't penetrate their armor.
So which way is the Jackson going to come from? I think the OI is coming toward him this way. Yep. Get one more round in the side, maybe not. There's the Jackson down below. Ooh, interesting. Time to head south. If the experimental wasn't there, you could just simply go down over the edge there and take out the Jackson on the way down, but with the OI waiting on you, you can't do it. So you come down over here, maybe, maybe not. You could have gone down right there across the river and come out behind the Jackson. Got 3 minutes left. And he's capping again. Oh my god. Jackson went on cap, I bet. OI experimental's coming down this way after him. This actually isn't bad on their part because they have both tanks up there, so one's bait, but the other guy's here to finish him off. He's going to try to use the bush for concern. Gets the reset. Now where's the Jackson?
Where'd they go?
And he catches the Jackson looking. Yes, got it. 1 tank to go. 1 minute and 5 seconds left. Reported. Oh, these people are so funny. Every time they die, you hacked, you killed me. You couldn't have done that without a hack because I am so freaking awesome. It's impossible to kill me. Oh no, look out. Run. Oh, and they miss again. 45 seconds. He's hoping he gets around the corner here. "30 seconds.
I don't see the target.
He's playing Ring Around the Rosie with him. 12 seconds. This is gonna be it. It's gonna be a draw. He comes out behind him. The guy's not even paying attention. He knows where he's at. Ready to fire. He wants to get to the side. Ah, draw. That's a long way to go for a draw. Man, that's a lot of hard work to end up with a draw. If he would have had another minute, he maybe could have won this fight because he could have circled this guy forever. Oh man, what do you do? Sometimes time just works against you. You can't be more aggressive or you die. You just run out of time. For this battle, he ends up with an insane 3,218 points of damage, 4 kills. It's like almost the most damage ever posted for a 1602 on WOT replays, I believe. He landed 173 rounds and shot 243, 71% accuracy. Had 0 spotting damage in 1 spot. Earned 47,804 credits. Had 100 points of cap defense. Got 2,139 XP, survived the fight, high caliber and defender medals along with fighter, fire for effect and bruiser mini medals, and it gives him a battle score of 2,204, which seems really, really low. The first time I saw that on the XP 2,139, it's like I had to go back and look at it again because it's like, wait a second, he just got over 3,000 points of damage, but he got 2,100 XP. That doesn't seem right, but that's the way it worked out. So he ends up with this outstanding mission in 9th place on the 1602 Hall of Fame, which none of it seems right. It seems like he should get more just for effort there. It's almost a classic comeback. It's one of the classic comebacks that ran out of time videos. And believe me, there's many, many, many of those where if you leave thinking, man, if I just had a little bit more time, I could have won it. But you don't. The clock is your worst enemy sometimes, and unfortunately, there's no way to fight the clock. It just keeps marching on no matter what you do. You can't reset it. You can't track it to keep it from running. It just ticks onward. And sometimes you fall victim to it. At least he got a draw. He had the satisfaction of knowing he had the fight won if he had just a couple more seconds. But be that as it may, he went up into the Abbey you saw in the beginning, was shooting off the balcony across onto River Road, and you see how to do that. Because the entrance to the Abbey was secure, he didn't really have to watch his back that much. You still want to pay attention to the mini-map. But when you have Allied forces closing off the entrance to it, that lets you snipe over to River Road if the tanks are in the right position, and then back up around that little wing of the building, reload, come back out, acquire a target, and shoot again. You do that until the tanks disappear or until they start waiting on you to pull out, or until they try to invade the Abbey and force you out of there. And then after that, it was all pretty much search and destroy, a lot of reacting and resetting cap. After he killed the first tank, he was 1-on-3, so he moved down into the hills where he could watch the center, thinking that somebody's going to come to the Abbey now and try to get me because they saw me up there, and he caught the Jackson coming, couldn't quite kill him off at that moment. And then the one heavy started the cap, so he had to go back and play the cap games. And when he moved back down to the south, he had the unfortunate experience of coming onto the what was it, the experimental? I can't remember. One of the OIs, head to head. Fortunately, the guy missed a shot, or that would have been the end of the game. And then he further made it easier for Sebastian by not just simply backing up against the mountain. And here's another one: when you're not playing a light, when you're playing a medium or a heavy, and you're being circled, if you want to try to defeat the circle, one of the easiest ways to do it, I'm not saying you'll be successful doing it, but you make it a lot harder for the scout if you back up against an object. Don't let the guy run a full circle around you, because you're greatly shortening the distance with which you have to move your gun to get your gun onto the guy circling you, because you're forcing him to reverse direction. If you have him pinned against the mountain, you turn your turret that way, and at some point he has to cross over or you get a shot. So you just have to be ready for him to make the crossover move, and you get a shot on him. But a lot of heavy players especially have no idea how to do that. And so they let you sit there 10 meters away from a mountain or an obstacle that would prevent you from going around them, and they just stay out there and never move against the obstacle. Just something to keep in mind when you're not playing lights. Don't let people circle you back up against something that won't let them do it. From Abbey, standard mode, North spawn, almost pulling out a great comeback, but getting beat by the clock. Happy hunting.